Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Just Listen to One podcast. Going to be talking about the famous Rosa Parks. Rosa Parks was born on February 4th, 1913 and passed away on October 24th in 2005, just at the age of 92. The cause of her death was caused by natural causes. She was married to a male named Raymond Parks in 1932 until 1977. She was an established organizer and leader in the civil rights movement in Alabama. Parks was not allowed, she was not only showed active in residency by refusing to move, she also helped organize the Montgomery bus boycott. A 7-hour funeral service was held for her at the Greater Grace Temple Church in Detroit, followed by a procession which thousands of people came to celebrate one of the bravest and most influential figures of the 20th century. Rosa Parks is buried in Detroit's Woodland Cemetery. The dedication of Rosa Parks Library and Museum. Rosa Parks, the mother of the civil rights movement, was the guest of honor when Troy University decided its new library and museum. The library will carry Mrs. Parks' name and everything, her referral to give her seat up on the bus to a white man. The incident occurred on December 1st in 1955 at the site where the library is contributed, and the museum depicts the event and ensuing activities in the 382-day Montgomery bus boycott. Troy University Montgomery campus seized the opportunity of preserving the memory of Congress's act and Congress's people, while using the property to best meet the needs of our students, Dr. Cameron had said. The structure is the 3-story, 55,000 square feet state-of-the-art library to more than 3,100 non-traditional urban Troy University Montgomery campus students and the citizens of Montgomery and the Museum of Research Center for those who will serve to understand the event that began the famous bus. Dr. Jack Hawkins Jr., Chancellor of the Troy State University Systems, stated, "I am very proud that Troy State University decided to undertake the creation of this unique museum. The Rosa Parks Library and Museum is an important part in the continued thing of downtown Montgomery and also multiple both community and the state of focal point of our nation history. The cemetery began at 1 p.m. in the Davis Theater for the Performing Arts, 231 Montgomery Street, Montgomery, Alabama, on the Troy University Montgomery campus, honoring Mrs. Parks on the 45th anniversary of her arrest. The dedication ceremony include remarks from Mrs. Rosa Parks, Miss Elaine Steele, Troy, Jack Hawkins Jr., and Troy University Montgomery campus, President Cameron, U.S. Senator Jeff Sessions, Alabama Governor Dan, and Montgomery Mayor Bobby also spoke. A tribute from the women of the movement was given to a doctor. I'm not sure I'll pronounce her name, but her name starts with a J. And also Dr. Johnny May Carr, Dr. Dorothy Heights, Dr. Coretta Scott King, and some more. And others also contributed. There were other special presentations by Larry Long with a youth of rural Alabama, the Pathways to Freedom Youth, and Troy State University Symphony Band, and the Gospel Choir. The opening tour of the museum was at 5 p.m. Other events of the day included lectures at 9 a.m. by Dr. Douglas Brinkley, author of Rosa Parks, and at 10:30 a.m. by Vernon Jarrett, veteran journalists and historians, in the auditorium of the Rosa Parks Library and Museum. Also, an exhibit of Yovani Wells' colorful narrative quilts depending on civil rights movements on display at the museum. A parade of choirs entertained outside the Troy University Montgomery campus before the programs began in the Davis Theater. The museum contains an Eric Blum sculpture of Rosa Parks on the bus bench, and portraits and sculptures of Rosa Parks by Los Angeles Arts. The museum exhibits were designed and created by a few non-funding places. The building design was by Sherlock Smith and Adams. The general contractor was Bear Construction Company. Rosa Mothers was a teacher and homeschooled Rosa until the age of 11. Her public school was institutional schools for girls in Montgomery. Unfortunately, after her grandmother and mother fell extremely ill, Rosa had to drop out of the secondary school, Alabama State Teacher College, at the age of 16 during 11th grade. She did not return to school. Instead, she went straight to work at a shirt factory in Montgomery. In 1932, at the age of 19, she married Raymond Parks. He was a barber and 10 years her senior. Raymond was also a member of the NAACP. Rosa did achieve obtaining her high school diploma with Raymond's full support in 1933. After graduating, joined her husband as a NAACP member and become actively involved in civil rights. Raymond and Rosa did not have any children. Some of Rosa's most famous quotes are, you must never be fearful about what you are doing when it is right. Other notable quotes include also, I have learned over the years that when one's mind is made up, this diminishes fear. Knowing what must be done does away with fear. Another one, each person must live their life as a model for others. Key points about Rosa Parks' quotes is focus on courage and standing up what is right. Many of her quotes emphasize the importance of being afraid to do what is morally correct, even if it faces of advocacy. Personal agencies and responsibility. Parks believed that individuals have the power to make a difference by acting with integrity and setting a positive example. And fighting for equality. Her words reflect her dedication to the civil rights movement and the struggle for racial equality. And I just want to say thank you for listening to today's episode. And just a reminder for you that you can make a difference in the world and just life in general. And just don't have anyone stop you to do that. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button to show support to my podcast. And if possible, share this podcast to hopefully inspire others if it inspired you. And thank you so much for listening in this podcast of Just Listen to One.